I'd like to take you back to one of the first things that you mentioned when I asked you about your success from going from clerk to a CEO. You mentioned that you took some challenges. Could you just maybe outline a few of those for us?
Okay, the first most interesting one was the company has done 2 adverts for newspaper advertisements for polythene. And the English ones, of course, the bosses have approved. And those days bosses don't know Sinhalese. And then I come from this foreigner. Suryaraja, can you see whether this is good? So then I looked at it and said, I can improve. This is not very good. Oh, right. Can you improve? I said, yes. And then I wrote my first Sinhala copy. And then having seen my Sinhala copy, Garrett's was the ad agency at that time, and they said, can you do freelance advertising copy? And I earn more from my freelance copywriting than from the main job. Then they decided to distribute polythene by vans in the country. And they asked me, Deepal, we have a new idea that we want to sell polythene by delivering from shop to shop. Would you like to do this? No training, nothing, but I thought, okay, I'll get to see the country. So I said yes. And I became the first van sales rep to sell polythene in Sri Lanka. Then when they started selling these concealed hinges, which you find in pantry cupboard. This was in 1980s. It was the first time they brought. And they said, Deepal, can you go and sell this? I said, okay, we will give you a bike. They said, a scooter. I said, okay, thank you. And I went. And I went to this company called Woodplex Furnifits. And then I tried to sell these concealed hinges. Then they asked me, how much are you getting from your current job? And if we give you better, will you join us? I said, okay. I joined them. So, then I was selling industrial ceilings and partitions. Now, when come back complete things, and I have many of those, then I was in advertising, and there was this opportunity to have a debate or a public discussion on Sinhala idiom. And I couldn't even manage my language at that time. And the other person with whom I was sharing the platform was a professor. I said, still doesn't matter. I'll try. And that gave me a lot of opportunities to get into the field of marketing. If you are frightened, you will never take these things because you are shy to make mistakes. And then later in my career at Eagle, every time I took a big risk, and that was with a big reward. I remember when I was heading marketing, I was challenged by my boss, Mr. Jayaratna, can you set up a human resource development function in the company? Then one of the consultants said, can he do it with his work? I said, why not? And then they said, but if you make a mistake here, you might even lose your job because the whole company will get to know that you don't know how to do this. I said, doesn't matter. Now, that gave me, I think, the first break in the career to go from a function to a large area. So all these things, I have I can keep on talking. That's going to be a separate program.
No, I think we have a series ahead as well, and we can, as you very rightly said, keep on talking. And I'm going to take a leaf from your book because this might be the end of this episode, but it's the beginning of our series. So thank you ever so much, Mr. Suraj.
It was a pleasure talking to you.